Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be doing an updated video on Palkia VSTAR. Now, Palkia VSTAR has been tearing up events and its star portal abilities where it's at, accelerating energies to different water type Pokemon, subspace swell, hitting for 60 plus 20 for each bench Pokemon. Palkia seems like the real deal from the Astral Radiance format. We've already covered this video once, so we're going to be brushing through some gameplay, showing you what this deck can do a little bit more. And if you're still trying to pick up some PTCGO codes, go to PTCGO Store.com, plug in code ZLesage5 to save 5% on your next order. That being said, give this video a like. It really helps boost the YouTube algorithm, along with leaving a comment. What do you think about Palkia? Do you like Palkia? Do you have Palkias? Even just saying hi is great, and subscribing to the channel as well. That being said, let's jump into this deck list and let's get it. You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it. So this is what we got going on with Palkia VSTAR. Things have been very similar. We're still going to be going with the Palkia V, the VSTAR, using Subspace Swell. That's the main goal. And we have the Inteleon line that we're going to be using Shady Dealings to search out our trainer cards, and Quick Shooting can definitely add up in a pinch. Really where the big change has happened when it comes to this list is that we've now added Lumineon V into the deck, so we could use Luminous Sign, search our deck for any supporter that we want, and then we can search for an Irida, so it allows us to search for a water Pokemon. And we have this cheeky play where we're able to go for a Battle VIP Pass by going Lumineon, search for Irida, search for a Pokemon, and Battle VIP Pass, setup, ta-da. I think that part's really cool. So this list is heavily based off of the one that Andrew Hedrick played to the Late Night Series Invitationals, and they came second place overall with the deck. So I mean, I made a couple changes. I think I had an extra path here or there, but I mean, overall, this deck has the same options. You got Leon as well to maybe get some OHKOs. Got Choice Belt, and we also have Tool Jammer. Tool Jammer can shut off Big Charm or anything else that might just be problematic for this deck. So I'm really excited to show you how the gameplay works with Subspace Swell. Again, we're just going to try to be hitting hard with this, and the whole goal is making this deck as consistent as possible with a few options. So we'll jump into some gameplay and show you exactly what's going on. Okay, so our opponent's calling the coin flip, and we want to be able to go first. We won the coin flip. Yo, let's go. The reason why we want to go first is simple. We just want to attach an energy to Palkia, so we're good for next turn. Now, we didn't get an energy for Palkia, and I mean, our hand's not that great. And this happens from time to time, but we might be a top deck away. And I mean, we have an energy, so we're kind of half the way there. Now, we do have opportunities that we can kind of play things out here. We can Quick Ball, try to get Radiant Greninja to try to draw some more cards. I think that might be a better strategy. I will be discarding this Inteleon because that might just be worthwhile. I do see that we have the Greninja, and I mean, hopefully we're able to draw into some good cards. Maybe we'll be lucky and get a Battle VIP Pass or another energy or something. We also could have grabbed the Lumineon here, but like, I mean, we're going first. Let's just see what this brings us, because even if we miss the energy, we have Star Portal. So, I mean, I feel okay with this to some degree. I'm going to leave my hand large just in case our opponent decides to go Marnie on us. Palkia games are not always going to be glamorous, and sometimes you're just going to have those quick starts where you're turn 2, subspace swelling your opponent. That's certainly a real possibility. So let's just see how this game goes on. Maybe our opponent has it worse than us. Oh, okay, so far they got the double turbo energy, so they might have it okay, to be honest. I'm actually slightly worried about this match because they could play Jolteon. So a lot of decks, Arceus decks, played Jolteon in the previous format, and that was really just to take away from Inteleon engines. Palkia is also a water type Pokemon that would be affected by that. So maybe our opponent will just play a Marnie here and give some much better hands. We would be losing. It's like I could predict the future sometimes. We are going to lose our Palkia VSTARs, but I'm okay with it still. Like, I think I'm oddly okay with how that goes. Yeah, this ain't that bad as long as they do not play Path. If they play Path, things can get pretty bad. And they're just going to go Trinity Charge. No damage on us. No EV Jolteon in sight. I mean, Malamar can affect our hand a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm going to just try to go all in here. There's 2 on the bench. I don't know if there's actually anything else that I want to be doing here. I think I might just grab... yeah, we're going to fill up that bench. And I'm just going to grab this out of our deck so that we're not wasting any resources. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go Level Ball. Just grab another Sobble so we have some access to that for maybe next turn. And we're going to go for Lumineon here. So let's Lumineon here, and I think what I want to do, like I could go Irida, which grab a Pokemon and maybe something else. I think I'm going to grab a Research and just hope that I'm able to find an Energy and a Palkia VSTAR. Okay, we didn't find the Energy, but we still have the opportunity to go get it with concealed cards. And yeah, so we are going to be able to get the attack off with concealed cards. Let's go with the Palkia VSTAR. Not our greatest moment here, because we aren't able. We're 1 off from getting the knockouts, but we are still able to attack here. So I mean, we were able to jump back into the game a little bit. I am gonna play Path since we used our ability, just in case our opponent wants to use anything else. And you can see that we just don't have the other pieces. We're just that little bit short. That little bit short sucks because it could have been a Choice Belt. It could have been maybe even quick shooting in a later game. But I mean, so far I think we're just a little bit out of this game. The fact that we have our quick shooting in the discard pile hurts a little bit, but maybe Moonlight Shuriken is still going to be an option. We'll have to figure that out. They're going to be two-shotting us. We two-shot them. So, I mean, I think we're still fine-ish as long as we're able to play catch-up. Our hand, again, just not really what we're looking for here. Just a little bit slow. And maybe our opponent... Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm fine if they want to knock out the Lumineon, to be honest. That's fine, because that just gives us more time to get set up. And they're... Oh, what? Maybe their hand's way worse than we ever thought it could be. So we're going to go for Irida here. We want to grab Capacious Bucket for 1, and the other card that we're trying to grab here is Drizzile for 2. So this will allow us to get out of the active spot, and that's fine. I'm fine with this. Maybe our opponent just had nothing, and that's cool. So it's not really like missing a knockout or anything else like that. I don't feel any shame or pain or anything else like that. I'm just gonna grab another Evolution Incense here and get set up with my other Palkia. So that's really what the main plan here is, because we are a Palkia deck doing Palkia things. Let's go ahead and retreat this Lumineon. And we're just trying to keep our options open, so let's go ahead and go Subspace Swell. That's a knockout, that 220, because they did bench another Pokemon. And let's see how it plays out for us the rest of the game. We only play 1 boss in this deck. Or actually, we don't play 1 boss. They play 1 boss in their deck, typically. So we might be able to go boss, knockout, depending on how our opponent goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they just went max jammer here. Oh, they're going to bench more stuff. They can't bench like a Crobat or anything else like that because they are under Path to the Peak. So we now know our opponent's pretty much at nothing. And they're just going to hit us for this. I'm assuming they're going to take away our Inteleon. Maybe Drizzile. I mean, our hand is very good. But I'd like to go boss orders, if that's possible, to win this game. And I think that's how we're going to just take back advantage of this game. I think they should probably take away the water energy, to be honest. That's probably the best thing that they can, because we've already gone through a Capacious Bucket. They're probably like, man, Zach's hand is so good. And we can't hit for the 310, I don't think. We're hitting for 160, so 60 plus 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. So that's 160, 220. Even with Leon and a Choice Belt, we're not getting there. Our opponent's really just, maybe this is like where a concession where it happens. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think that we're just in a very strong lead. Okay, yeah, Inteleon's fair, but we could always get that back. Choice Belt's fine. Water Energy's fine. I think that I really just want to go for Boss. Boss is our best option here. We have 3 bosses. We might as well use them. Let's go Boss's orders. Number 1, we'll bring up the one with the more HP because we have this one for next turn. And this is really where, like, we're going to play Inteleon down. And I'm just going to search my deck for a boss here for one of the cards. Capacious Bucket and Boss. They have 0 cards in hand, so they quite literally have the top deck of Marnie. So I'm fine with this, and I'm also going to put that down so we have a little bit more options. So now I'm going to go ahead and Subspace Swell, knock this out for the 220 damage necessary. And then we just have to go after that other Lumineon. So going after 2-prizer, 2-prizer, 2-prizer is really the rhythm of most games. So I think if they just go Max Jammer, we got it. And I mean, they're going to take away probably the boss, and they know that we have it, so they're just going to concede. We totally take those. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and call this coin flip. We lost the coin flip. That's okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay, not too much going on here, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's, hopefully we can get a decent hand of basic. We want to go first with this deck. But going second's not terrible. Preferably like to start with a single prize card Pokemon, but I mean, as long as this Palkia is not getting knocked out, I think we're okay. And we'll see exactly what the Unwaba is playing here, so shout out to them. Manaphy, I wouldn't be surprised if they were playing Arceus, if they were playing Palkia themselves. Still just trying to figure out exactly what's going on there. Maybe they're just going to go Manaphy pass, and then it just basically is the same thing as us going first. So I'm also about that. You can use Irida to even grab a Palkia VSTAR. Looks like they're just taking a little bit of a slow roll here, thinking things over. Okay, there's their quick ball. So it is an Arceus build. We should be okay against most 2-prize card decks in my experience. And I don't think they're going to be knocking us out. Oh, Coalossal. What? What's Coalossal even weak to? Grass. Okay, that makes... Coalossal Arceus is not what I was necessarily considering here, but we will do our best here. So I think they can hit us for like 140 or something, and maybe they play Gutsy Pickaxe. I've heard some talk. I know that Frank Persick was talking about this, the second place European international finalist. So that's kind of cool. I think what we want to be doing here is then going for Level Ball. I think I'm just going to go Level Ball here. I don't think there's really too much that I need to be doing. Yeah, I'm just going to go Level Ball like this. Actually, I probably shouldn't have played the second one, but that's fine. I will go Irida here for... I know Battle VIP Pass is one of those other cards that I'd really like. And I think what I'm going to do here is just grab myself... I just even grab... I think I'm going to grab another Palkia here. So I could have changed it up the way that I grab, but I mean, that's what happens when you decide to make a couple changes here or there. I do want to grab a Sobble, and I do want to grab a Radiant Greninja. We can see everything else is looking pretty fine with this deck. We do have an energy prize, but that's not going to change too much. Let's go Capacious Bucket here, and let's pitch one off the Greninja. So, I mean, here we go. You don't even need the Lumineon half the time if you just get the Irida. So there's that. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good with this. We got the full bench. We have the energy. And then we could go ahead and see what kind of stadium we want to grab. I think that Temple of Sinnoh just might be a little bit better here, especially if they go for any of the strong, not strong fighting, what is stone fighting energies? Not sure exactly what they're going to play, but we can shut it off, and all special energies attached to Pokemon, both yours and your opponent, provide colorless energy and have no other effects. So, I mean, if they don't go at, like, we should be able to knock this out if our opponent does not evolve it. And I'm not sure entirely what they're going to have going on. I don't think we'll be able to knock out a Coalossal VMAX on its own, but we will try our best here. We will try our best. So we'll see exactly what they're doing. I mean, I haven't seen too much Coalossal hype beyond what Frank has said. And I mean, they talked about it on Twitter a little bit, so maybe someone's picking up where they left off, or maybe someone just also playing it. Yeah, they're just going to concede. Maybe they just didn't have anything, and they know that we're going to go boss orders, knockout next turn, so we take those. Not the most exciting game, but it's still a dub, and we still take those. Okay. So, our opponent's going to call the coin flip. We lost the coin flip again, but that's okay. It's another one of those games where, like, I'm alright with it. Starting with a single prize card Pokemon here is also kind of cool. I have no complaints about that, and we'll see what our opponent's playing here. Darkrai VSTAR. Something that I think a lot of players are experimenting with. I'm just not sure overall how this deck does. Hopefully they don't have the craziest start ever, because if they start getting all those energies, that's when things can get really difficult for us. Okay, I'm about that life. I don't think Path helps them too much. I also don't think we need to worry about Manaphy here. So I think what I want to do is maybe just go for... I definitely need to go for a Palkia V. That's an understatement, and I don't think that they're going to knock that out. I might be able to go ahead. Yeah, I think next turn we're good to get set up. So let's go Quick Ball away this Path, which I don't think Path is going to be super helpful. Then I'm just going to grab another Palkia so that we're set up like that. And now we have all these, we're going to have all these Sobbles in play. So I think we're pretty good with how everything else is playing out. And next turn we could use our ability to accelerate energies onto Palkia if we don't get a Melanie or anything else like that. So I mean, I think we're good. The whole goal is let's knock out the Darkrai VSTAR if they are able to evolve into that. And I mean, maybe we could have played Path. They played Crobat and stuff. Maybe the Path would have just completely got them out of this game. I also want to have my abilities too. So it's one of those things. Yeah, why did they not attack me? That's so bizarre. Maybe they're not necessarily thinking. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 80, 60. Yeah, I think it's possible for us to get the knockout here. So I'm going to attach an energy here. And I mean, I think we have 140, 160. How do we add on the other pieces? I don't think we do. I think that's what it's saying. So I'm going to go like this just in case. And I think, yeah, so if we're trying to get anything out, I think we just go for a Melanie here maybe. Because we have a full bench, 160, 19. Yeah, I don't think we get the knockout no matter what, but we want to get some damage on this Pokemon. So that being said, we don't need to go for Leon plays or anything else like that. We don't need to use our ability. I think we're still in a pretty okay spot here. Those were certainly some good cards to top deck, in my opinion. So we could go for like another Drizzile here, and I mean, maybe I'm just going to go Drizzile for... I'm going to go for something, I guess. We don't have the other Shady Dealings. I guess they're just going to concede. Cool. We take those, I guess. As you can see, Palkia VSTAR is absolutely going crazy, and it's one of those decks that, like, your opponent might just concede against because they got a bit of a slow start. This deck is incredibly aggressive, and this new list seems to be working pretty well. We had that shaky game 1, and I mean, I could have tried to play a few more games, but the way that players were just conceding mid-game, it's one of those things where it doesn't necessarily make for the most entertaining video of all time, but it does really show you how dominant this deck can be in this format. If you haven't already picked up your Palkias, by all means, attempt to do so online. You can use code PTCGO Store at PTCGOstore.com. Use code ZLASAGE5. That's in the description as well. Or if you're trying to pick up the physical cards, you can go to AtlasTCG.com, plug in code ZLASAGE8 to check that out. And if you want to learn a little bit more, by all means, hit me up for some coaching at metafy.gg/@ZachLasage. If you shoot me a Discord message and it's your first session, I have a promo code for 30% off, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. So check that out. Really would love to help you on your Pokemon journey. That being said, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what type of content you want to see next. On my list, I currently have a bunch of Arceus decks, so that's really where I want to be aiming towards, but we'll be getting around to that soon enough. That being said, have a great one, peace out, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Check out PTCGO the best place to get Pokemon TCG online codes. There's a lot of selection available, and I have a discount code available for the website as well. You can pick up any kind of cards, just going up here. You can add them to your cart in any quantity that you need to get the cards that you need. And you can go to the discount code right over here, and you can put in code ZLSH5 to save 5% on your next order of codes. Are you trying to get better at Pokemon TCG? Well, if you are, you're in the right place. I offer coaching at metafy.gg/@ZachLesage. That link is in the description, and you pick up a coaching session from me and book it on the website. I likely have availability this week, and you can see exactly what my availability calendar is at any given time. I offer training plans to help players get ready for any of their upcoming events, including getting all the way to the World Championships, or you can pick up a one-on-one coaching session from me and learn the game at your own pace. I offer a variety of opportunities for players to get better at the game, and it's one of those things where there's a lot of players who I've turned into regional, international, and even a world champion along the way. If there's anything that shows, I have an FAQ on the website, so by all means, check it out and get better today. I'd love to help you on your Pokemon journey and be absolutely amazing to see your growth.
If you're looking for a great deal on some physical Pokemon TCG cards, you can head over to atlascollectibles.com or atlastcg.com. Type in whatever cards you're looking for. So Arceus VSTAR is absolutely hot right now. Let's search up Arceus VSTAR. You can see they have a great selection of cards, and it's continuously getting new stock all the time. And we can add these to our cart. You can see I already added one to my cart. So when you're going to check out, you can use code ZLSage8. Use that code, and you can save off your order. That was $4.80 of savings just off of an Arceus V-Star. It's all in Canadian pricing, and they do shipping across the world. So by all means, check out atlastcg.com, atlascollectibles.com, and use code ZLSage8 to save on your next order of physical Pokemon TCG cards.
I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.